I'm a pretty calm guy. You guys know this about me if you've been watching my channel for any period of time. And I've also got the logic this season when he played the old guys during the winter. Even though I didn't agree, I felt you should move on. I understood the reasoning when he played Bernardo, Gundogan, De Bruyne and all that kind of stuff during the winter months. Because I understood him wanting to lean on experience and say to those guys, get us out of that trouble. I got it then. I got it a little bit because we didn't have the players and the injuries stuff like that. I don't get it now. I really don't. I thought that was diabolical today. I thought that was a truly terrible game of football. Probably the worst. That is the worst Manchester derby since I was a child. So bad. Absolutely terrible. Like, both teams should be ashamed. Dog shit nonsense, that. Like, that wasn't even just dog shit. That was white dog shit. You know, the old stuff you used to find in the park when you were a kid. So bad. Just really, really, really bad. Like, just awful. Just awful. Just rubbish. Uninspiring. Drab. Lifeless. Heartless. You know, there was just no passion there. Absolutely no desire to try and win that game of football. Just awful, man. Absolutely awful. And the thing that frustrates me is it felt self-inflicted. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you we've been great in the second half of the season, but we've been better in the second half of the season than the first half of the season. And the stats back that up. I've read the stats and all that kind of stuff, and the performances do generally. Since February the 1st, when we signed players, our stats have got better in terms of winning second balls and all that kind of stuff. The press has got better. We've steadied the ship a little bit. We've won some games, and we've kept our place around the top 4, top 5. And we've been much better since the winter months where everyone was beating us and running through us. We haven't been great, but we've been better. We've been better. But this was a very willing self-sabotage where we just step backwards. And the thing for me is what really frustrates me is, like, the only way we're going to improve is that if we play the likes of Savinho and Nico Gonzalez and Kusanov and all these players that we brought on. They're going to have to learn at some point to play against teams like United at Old Trafford. They're going to have to learn what it takes. And this season, like, they've actually improved us. Our energy's been better. The creativity's been better. Why are they not involved? We are objectively a better side, and it's a necessary lesson that we have to learn. We have to play these players. We have to get them up to speed as we try and move forward. And what is he? Like, I don't understand it. Like, the substitutions were just baffling as well. Like, they were just I love you, Pep, I do, but it's increasingly hard to defend some of the stuff you've done this season. Like, I don't get it. Rico Lewis on at left back. Like, what were we thinking? Like, why no introduction of Nico Gonzalez? Why no introduction of Savinho? Like, we've been so much better. Why just suddenly play all the old guys again? And I don't understand. I don't understand it at all. I can't comprehend it. I love you, Pep, but there is no logic to this. There's no logic to suddenly playing the guys that can't run. Like, it's a cliche and people say it all the time, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a change. We were dreadfully toothless today. I love you, Pep, I do, but this was my most frustrating game of the season, arguably. Because I don't think you can even blame all the injuries this time. And I know in the winter months, you're like, we've had, you know, injuries where you couldn't really change much. I felt this time, look, even though we've got some serious injuries, they're all sort of long term, and the injury situation is settled, if that makes sense. We can fill a bench and we've got options. But I just chose the wrong players. Like, I don't understand it at all. I really don't. Get your super chats in. They are massively appreciated. Brian said this. He said, we need 17-18 version of Pep after a poor 16-17. We do. Pep needs to look at himself in the mirror and stop giving himself a slap, man. He really does. He needs some cold water in the face, and he needs to remind it, like, this is simply not good enough. It's a stinky performance. Truly stinky. Like, just poor, man. Really, 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 really poor. No, just not good enough at all. Thank you, Brian, for the super chat. KP Masters said, Pep is becoming Arsene Wenger. There's no justification for that lineup. Favoritism and stubbornness will be the end of him. He's surviving off of legacy. Look, my head is still very much in let's see where he's at next season when he's got the players to when he got the new signings. If he's still doing stuff like this, that's when you'll lose my trust. But I don't think people are wrong to start comparing to Wenger there. I'm not saying they're right, but there's a justification in the reasoning. Like, there is no justification for that lineup today. It is favoritism. It is stubbornness. And it doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. Guardiola's talked an awful lot about how we just can't run right now, how we can't. Why are we going to Old Trafford? The worst United side in Premier League history. It is objectively the worst Man United side in my lifetime. The worst Man United side in Premier League history. Why are we going there and just ceding to them? Why are we being this poor? I mean, look at the fucking stats, man. Look at that. Look at how bad that is. It's just so abject. Any positives? Nunes did well today. I thought right back he was all right. Thought Nico was fine as well. Nico O'Reilly in the first half. The other positive, the game is over. The season is one step towards the end. It really saddened me to feel like, look at that and feel like, oh, maybe we were right about De Bruyne, because I love Kev massively, but it feels like he's got his brain still, but his legs can't keep up with him, unfortunately. Kovacic he's just crap, man. He's just not a number 6 at all. I just don't see it at all, unfortunately, in this role. Bernardo actually was diabolical going forward, but Bernardo actually did put some energy in it, and the amount of times he was doing his defensive work was admirable, and I'll give him that. Bernardo was fine going backwards defensively. He was constantly popping up when we needed to do defensive work, but he was. People are going to already dig me out on that, but defensively, Bernardo was fine. Going forward, terrible, but defensively, he was popping up and winning. Like, he was often the last man back, chasing and winning balls, but that was a workhorse Bernardo. But the joyous Bernardo, he's not there anymore. He just isn't. I guess Vardy and Diaz didn't do much wrong after the first minute. Yeah, maybe not. Phil, absolutely non-existent. Gundogan, non-existent. Kev, non-existent. Marmoush had zero service all game. I thought Nunes was our best outfield player. I love you, KUB, but he's just not there. Like, Kovacic he's just not smart enough. I've said so many times, and I'm going to keep saying this, so many times, our technical ability is in the mud, man. It's so low. It's so low. The amount of times where we just can't keep the ball, and we just give it away so sloppily. Like, what has happened to the standards at City these days? I just don't see how that isn't a better performance if we don't include Nico Gonzalez. If we don't include Savinho, like, if we do include them, surely it's a better performance. It's just frustrating. It's intensely frustrating to watch City be that poor. Like this, I saw someone compare this to Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and we're Mike Tyson in this. They're clowns. They're Jake Paul, but it's that level of poor, man. It really is that level of poor. It's just a really, 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 really poor Manchester City side. And look, Pep, is he doing something? Like, is he doing something? Like, has he got a bit? I'd love to know the justification. Like, how many times you have to see something that doesn't work before it clicks and before it changes? Is he trying to prove a point to someone? Is he trying something there? Like, what is the logic? Like, I keep saying it. Like, Pep has to have these players pulled from his hands forcibly. He's a child who doesn't know these toys are bad for him, man. Like right now, I love you, Pep, but he's wedded to these players. He's come emotionally attached to them, and he has to be moved on. Like, there is nothing, honestly, nothing about that is positive today. That's 90 minutes of my life that I will never get back. A diabolical half of football. That is inexcusable. Yeah, half of 90 minutes, just bad, just bad. Is he sabotaging? I don't think he is. The thing is, as well, like, I'm going to bring this up again because I brought it up a few times. But I think it's there we go. Where's it gone? I saw these stats the other day. Here we go. So this is City start since 1st of February. Anyway, I'll show you. So I saw this. It says City have interestingly been much better in the second half season in terms of the second. I'll start again. I'm so tired. These stats prove that City have been so much better at sweeping up the second ball in the second half of the season from the February the 1st. So this is percentage of second balls won in the first half of the season, right in the mid-table there. Percentage of second defensive balls won. We were third best, actually, to be fair, in the first half of the season. Offensive second balls won. We were the second worst. Only Leicester were worse than us in terms of winning the ball high up the pitch. Second ball in the first half of the season. Look at the change from February the 1st. The best. We've gone from second worst to second best in terms of winning second balls offensively going forward. That's after the signings came in. And here are the stats for you that prove it. Since February the 1st, before this game, Savinho and Guardiola started every game. Marmoush and Gonzalez started 6 out of 7. Doku, Haaland, Kusanov started 5 out of 7. Diaz, Foden, Nunes. All the younger players started to start more. The proof was in the pudding. We were winning the ball more. We were winning the second ball more. We were higher up the pitch. We looked faster. And even though it wasn't perfect, because we was lacking a bit of quality still, we were clearly a better side. The stats show it. Everyone can see it. We're running harder. We're working harder. And this is when Nico Gonzalez is playing. Why are we undoing that willingly? United were there for the taking. We have to get Champions League football. I mean, and look at where we are now. We're currently sat in 5th. This was a golden chance to be sat in 4th. 3 points clear of Aston Villa. Newcastle can jump us now if they win the next couple of games. Newcastle can jump us. They've got 2 games in hand. If they win us, we're down in 6. Win one of those games. They will win one of those games. It's self-sabotage. It's self-sabotage to do that. We had to win today. It was a very winnable game against a truly shit United side. I don't understand it. I want to see the justification. I'm curious to see the quotes from Guardiola because I want to know. I just want to know what he thinks the reasoning is. I don't get it. I love you, Pep, but some things just have to be called out as the shite that they are, and that was it today. Some of these plays really do need to be taken out of Guardiola's hands for his own good, because so bad. So bad, man. Yeah. Just really poor. Really, really poor. The last ever Manchester derby for De Bruyne today. I love Kevin De Bruyne, and the annoying thing is, it really hurts me watching him be like this, because that was De Bruyne against a very poor team, just struggling to be anything other than just an alright player. It's very obvious that his legs can't keep up with his freakish talent. De Bruyne, what made him so brilliant over the years, what has made him so brilliant, he's not there now, so it's past tense, sadly, is the way that he strikes the ball with such intense precision and focus in a varying amount of ways. Absolutely. It's not the fact that he had no one to pass to, Seth. There was a couple of times where he got the ball inside. He had no one to pass to, but De Bruyne found a pass anyway. The amount of times he got the ball 2 or 3 times in the channel and his cross was just overhit or poor. He tried a couple of through balls to Foden and Marmoush that just were overhit and poor or underhit. He's not got the ability anymore, unfortunately. I think, unfortunately, De Bruyne it's right. We're right to make the decision. He's not the guy anymore. He can't keep up with his fitness, and he hasn't got the same level of impact. The only infuriating thing will be is if we keep Gundogan and the rest of them, because he can't strike the ball. He can't strike the ball as much as he used to. And it really pains me. But today I think the proof was that it's the right call. We just have to be as ruthless. We have to be as ruthless with the rest of him, because you can see it with Kev. And Bernardo's just turned into a workhorse. The joy has gone from his football. Gundogan, he hasn't got the level anymore. Look, if he wants to be a backup squad player, fine, I don't mind. But there has to be 2 midfield signings. Balaba, Florian Wirtz type player. It's Foden as well. His performance levels have dipped massively. Phil Foden, a really poor season for Phil Foden. The thing is, for me, I think Phil will be back. I've been disappointed with Phil this season. It's very hard to be affirmative with these statements because I don't like doing it because I don't know if there's something holding him back or whatever. But I can only take it on what we know in the face value. But Phil Foden's had a really poor season. And for me, the only conclusion I can currently make is that Phil just can't match. He can't lead us. I want to be wrong there, but it feels like Phil can't leave us. I love him, but I was hoping that after last season where he became the main man and stepped up, he would put us on his shoulders and drag us forward. But it feels to me that if De Bruyne is not his best or if Rodri's not there, Phil is a passenger, unfortunately. I think he'll be fine if everyone's playing well. But I was hoping he wasn't a passenger. He wasn't just a soldier. I was hoping he was a captain, But he led us last year with Rodri there as well, Noah, and everyone else playing all right. That's what my worry is. If we haven't got the control and the base there, can Phil not do it? I don't know. It could be that he's just had, he's been caught up in a mess of a season. It can happen. I want to see more from Phil, and today he was poor again. You know, and it's not just about one player. No, I've talked about. I'm not sure you're paying attention though, but I've been talking about De Bruyne. I've been talking about Gundogan and Bernardo. Yeah, there's just a real distinct lack of quality right now. And Phil is dragged around in many different positions, but still, he can play in these positions. He can play in these positions. I'm sorry, like, you know, I'm not. There's no point sitting. Like, ultimately, if you want to be seen as a world-class player, you're going to be held to really high standards. I love you, Pep. I really do. But today, that was not it. It was just a really, really, truly, truly poor game of football. A shocking game of football, and we did it to ourselves. Yeah, just not good enough. Just not good enough today. And I just at this point, I'm not sure we're going to get Champions League football. I feel like we should have won today. It's really bugging me because we should have won comfortably today. We should have won comfortably. They're shit. They're fucking shit. They're absolutely diabolically bad, United. And it's on Pep, man, today. I love you, Pep, but today is entirely on Pep and no one else. It's on the players in terms of not turning up, but everyone could have predicted that today. Nah, I'm just not happy about it at all. We have to have a long look in the mirror. And I want to know what Viana thinks watching that. I want to know what Khaldoon thinks watching that. And Cheeky and the rest of them, because they've spent a lot of money on some players there. They've done well since we joined. And look, I see a photo of Pep here. That is not a good look for Pep. I can't explain it, but Pep looks like he just looks lost, doesn't he? Just looks lost. Looks tired. I know it's just a photo, but he just looks it. It's the worst derby I've ever seen that. Just bad. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Not else to say. Love you, City. Love you loads. But Pep, sort it out, mate.